Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Power Core Combiners Grimstone with the Dinobots. A fantastic looking set. This is actually the one big, huge Power Core Combiner that I wanted as soon as I saw pictures for it. I love the way this thing looks. It's fantastic. The color is brilliant. And they're Dinobots. And thanks to the folks at toyarena.com in association with toynova.com, we got a fantastic deal on these figures. If you can't find them, head on over to toyarena.com and you can order these right off of their website. And if you're a member of Toy Nova, you can get 15% off of this, or the combination of the two. And 15% off basically gets you these figures, minus the shipping costs. You get these figures for about retail price. A fantastic deal. But the figure itself, fantastic looking box. I love the art of Grimstone or the Dinobots, whatever you want to call them. For the longest time, I have always wanted a Dinobot combiner, and here we finally have it. Now, I've always been a huge dinosaur fan, so this is going to be a natural love for me. We got the Spinosaurus drone. Grimstone, they list him as a Triceratops, but he really doesn't look much like a Triceratops. I mean, he's got the horns, but the actual crest on the back, I think, is different than the actual Triceratops. I'm not 100% sure which dinosaur it is, but it's not really a Triceratops. The Pachycephalosaurus, or Pachy, with the big dome head. The Ankylosaurus, which I've always loved the Ankylosaur. They're always real fun, real kind of goofy looking. And I unfortunately cannot say this one. Parasaurolophus, whatever. I'm probably saying that wrong. I actually don't think that's a dinosaur. I could be wrong. Who knows? I'm not a paleontologist by any stretch of the imagination. I just know that I love dinosaurs. And on the side here it says, Grimstone has always dreamed of power and the privileges it brings. Despite his hunger for power, however, he has always considered the needs of others before himself. He believes it is the responsibility of the powerful to protect those less fortunate, a belief he intends to aggressively enforce now that he has his own Power Core team. So, fantastic. I really like the way it looks, and you see some other figures in the line. Nothing too spectacular. Then it tells you about the 2-packs and the 5-packs on the side. But great looking box art. I really like the way that looks. So let's get this guy open and let's see how cool he actually is. Okay guys, so here you have the Dinobots with Grimstone opened up and out of their packaging. And just like all the other Power Core Combiners, these guys are just drones. They don't really do anything. They're just in this mode by themselves, and then they transform into various limbs. The only one that actually does transform is Grimstone himself. As you can see, he's in his Triceratops mode, which is, it's kind of weird. Honestly, he's probably the weakest looking in the dinosaur modes as opposed to any of the other ones. But you can see him pretty much, he's got these big giant blue things sticking out. His arms are his legs, or vice versa, so you get some motion there and some posability there. Now to transform him, he's actually fairly simple, but he's kind of fiddly, so you kind of want to just separate this section like so, and then fold these arms down so that you can get this section all the way back. And here are his arms. Kind of fold these around like so, fold this down, that'll clip into place. Fold out the legs, rotate him here, and then you want to fold this little section out, and that's going to be like a heel spur, I suppose. Do the same on this side, fold that out, flop this tail section up, and that actually will tab into place kind of here and kind of keep these out of the way. And here you have Grimstone in his robot mode. Very underwhelming. He's kind of stubby looking, I mean, to be honest. He's got this big upper torso body and then this little tiny bit here for legs. He's kind of got the goofy arms. It's not overall too bad. With all this back junk, though, his arms, he does have a limited range of motion. It's going to click onto something else when you're trying to move him around, which is rather unfortunate, but again, this is not the main selling point for this set. And honestly, I'll probably leave him in dinosaur mode. I mean, it's not all spectacular. Now, the real highlight of these is the fact that you can combine these. So you want to fold his head back, just like so, and then fold this little bit up. This little section here will lift, and then you can accordion that back, and then you create the Pope look. And this face is actually really very underwhelming. Not much detail in his face at all. but still fairly cool looking. Fold these little bits out, and you're going to fold the head in, and then you just gotta peg all this stuff right back together, and you have his upper body essentially done. Rotate his arms once you try to get him around, and you're gonna see a little tab here on the side that slots into an inside tab on the inside of the forearm here. So again, you want to rotate that around, or pull it off, you can pull it off too. As you can see, hopefully you can see that right there is a little slot that you want to tab things into, and that just pegs in there nicely. Rotate these all the way out, like so. And here you have his upper body pretty much done. Well, I'm sorry, I lied. You have to fold this, plop that back, fold these up, and you'll extend that little bit out. So, like so, like so. And here's his upper body. For Grimstone or the Dinobots, whatever you want to actually call them. And that's pretty much it. So then you have to combine all these guys. And this little dude, he doesn't really do much of anything. His head can move up and down, and that's about it. Now, really, one of the most difficult part, at least for me, is getting these to actually work. For some reason, I have a very hard time getting these to peg in. So I have to already half-ass transform them, I suppose, to get them to slot in there. And I don't know why I have such a hard time, but see, it's like I have to already pretty much do it. And here's one of his legs. Then just fold the little head out like that, and that makes it pretty nice like so. I actually really like the way that looks. Then this little fellow, we're going to grab him next, and again, I kind of transform him already while I'll set him down. In terms of his articulation, I guess he's got a little bit of arm movement here, not too much. Oh, oops, ouch. And that's about it. Nothing spectacular, guys. Come on now. Okay, so fold that out like that. Here's his leg, and again, you should just be able to take this and just plug it in and have it automatically do it, but I'm kind of retarded when it comes to it. I don't think it bends, no. And that's, here you have his legs situated. Set him back, and then we're going to grab this fellow, kind of take his tail, and again, that's, you see where it's going with that. So you just take this and you plug this into here, but I can never do it, and oh, it actually worked. And here's one of his arms. This guy here. And you can do whatever you want with this tail. You can leave it up or fold it down. I actually kind of like leaving it up. And then that just plugs in to there. And here's his other arm. Kind of keep his legs straight out. And this, oh, and you can't see him. Here you have Grimstone combined into this fantastic looking monster. I absolutely love him. Now, being a G1 fan like I am, I have always wanted a Dinobot combiner, and now I'm finally getting one with this guy. Granted, it's in the Power Core combiner, so it's not the best, but it's still not too terribly bad. I mean, I really kind of like the way it looks. The colors just seem to match so much better with this compared to any other Power Core combiner that's out there. It's just a fantastic looking mishmash of dinosaurs. And one thing that kind of sucks is this is actually kind of loose. These legs are kind of loose on mine, so he has a hard time standing, but this tail here really gives a lot of stability to him. But you can see he does seem to like flopping forward, which is, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'll be honest. And I don't even know how I can tighten that up to fix that. But just overall, a fantastic looking figure. The color just looks so much nicer. And this is probably the closest we're ever going to get to a decent Dinobot combining team. So I'm pretty happy. In terms of the articulation, his head can go, left and right, kind of, look up and down. His arms will rotate. They get these little gimp arms out of the way. They rotate. They can kind of go in and out, like so. There's nothing here at the hand, which is natural. Because, you can kind of get some movement there, I suppose. And then this hand is kind of big and claw-like, whatever you want to call it, I suppose. Oh, it kind of slid out. Legs go back and forth at the upper part. They bend at the knee. They rotate. Lot of articulation in these guys, and I just really think that this is the best looking one. Now you can take this and you can fold that down if you wanted to not be quite as tall, but I like this. It just makes them look more menacing. I don't know why. But you can see that the looseness of the knees, you can see that it does, at least on mine, it does have a problem with some of the actual posability and stability issues. But overall, just so cool looking. I really love the way this guy looks. So there he is, guys. Grimstone and the Dinobots. And as I mentioned, if you're having a hard time finding one of these in stores, head on over to toynova.com. We have a special code where you can get this figure from toyarena.com for basically retail. All you have to do is pay for the retail price and shipping. A fantastic deal, and it's available only to toynova.com members. So head on over there, take a look, and check it out. And until next time, this has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.